Good afternoon. Good morning. I'm not sure exactly what time it is. Let's take a quick look. It's a windy day here, and my formerly clean Tacoma is now dusty. I don't know, you probably can't see it. You wonder, what am I talking about? Wind is probably buffeting on the camera. I'm not sure. But anyway, it is now dirty once again. Welcome to the live stream. If you're new here, please click that subscribe button. If you've been here for a while and you just haven't, for God knows what reason, click that subscribe button. I really would appreciate it. See if I can get the camera right. I got a couple of comments here. Let's see. That was early before I was even on. Stitch. Hi, Rob. How are you doing? I'm still waiting on my Tacoma to be fixed. They said it would be this past Friday. Now they said Tuesday, but can't put my decals on. Can't put your decals on? You mean decals for the truck? Which decals are you talking about? I'm curious. And if I were you and you're talking about the truck, I would probably have them leave those decals off. But that's, of course, personal preference, right? Anyway, we got to talk about the warranty. Well, it is warranty, but the recall. The big Tacoma, the 4th gen recall. It affects 2024 and 2025s. Certainly you know about this already if you have one and you're affected, but it only, and this is where I think there's going to be a problem, it only affects the Tacomas with the 17-inch wheels. Stitch says, the RobMotive. Oh, the RobMotive channel stickers. That's right, I forgot, I'm sorry. It's the screen name that threw me there. Why can't you put them on? I'm curious to know. Let's see. I got two different things going here. Comments I get on an iPad. Let's see, you can't wait to put my decals on. Can't wait to put the decals on at the RobMotive. No truck yet. I get it, I follow you now. I was a little bit confused there for a moment. I can't wait for you to get them on either. And make sure you send me some pictures, or better yet, if you're not already, and I can't remember, join up on the Facebook group. It's 4th generation Toyota Tacoma Owners Group. There is a link down below. It's free. So you go over there, join up on there. You can post your truck. I know a lot of people have asked in the past, how can I show you this? How can I show you that? How can I ask you this, ask you that, whatever. That's the perfect place to do it. It's a great place to do it. Yes, hopefully I can post it on the Facebook group. Awesome. You will be able to. Beware, if it gets held for some reason, I review all the held stuff. Who knows why? The group is really pretty strict. I'm getting some flack from people on that group. It's kind of funny. People say they like the group because it's not full of all the trolls and the scammers and the hatred and all that. But sometimes people put things up. You have to have, there's some AI involved in it, right? I love AI. But there's some AI involved in it. And what you do, I'll give you just a brief idea, and it's really all over the place. But what you do is you set up words and phrases and things that you don't want to be allowed. And I have found, and I've set up my own parameters, right? I would join, but I'm 3rd gen. You can join. We don't hate 3rd gen Tacomas over there. And if anybody gives you any flack, if it's bad enough, I'll take care of them. Just tell me you're from the 4th generation or the RobMotive channel. You can still join, I'm sure. Absolutely. We have some 3rd gen people over there. It's not like we're thumbing our noses up. How can I do that? I've had like 8 4th or 3rd generation Tacomas myself. Be kind of hypocritical, wouldn't it? But just so you know, it is a 4th gen group. So, you might get some, you're not going to get flack, but you might not have a lot in common. Although it is still a Tacoma. Anyway, back to this metric thing, right? You set it all up to keep the scammers and the trolls out. And when some words, of course, can be used for things that are good and things that are bad. We'll use a simple one like the dam broke. Well, if I had damn flagged as a bad word, profanity, it would hold the post because it thinks, it doesn't know the difference if people spell it wrong. It doesn't know the difference. Nothing wrong with it. I would see the comment, know its context, and release it. No big deal. Some people don't like that. They think they should be able to do whatever the heck they want to do. And they can in other groups. But they want to be in my group because it's what? Really, really popular. I mean, it's picking up a lot of people. And we don't allow all the garbage in there. So it makes it valuable. You don't have to wade through tons of crap or get all the sarcastic 3-year-old BS, maybe 15-year-old BS that you get in the other groups. And I always tell them, if you don't like the format, go join a different group where you have to wade through and deal with all that garbage. You're not a prisoner, you know? So anyway, back to whatever it is I was talking about. Oh, I was talking about joining that group. By the way, if you haven't clicked subscribe here, please do. I would appreciate it. Let's talk about this warranty. You should have gotten one of these. It looks just like this. It's a safety recall interim notice. I'm sure anybody who's involved, or maybe even not involved, have gotten one of these, right? What it is, if you don't know, briefly, the brakes in the back, because of the wheel size, the tubing, the brake lines, actually go into the wheel well area and can get caught on stuff and rip them right off or tear them or whatever. And obviously the fluid goes out, you lose your brakes in the rear. That's the problem in a nutshell. But Toyota's saying it only applies to those with 17-inch wheels. Now this is where there's kind of a conundrum. Michael, if your truck did not come OEM with 17-inch wheels, you're never going to get it. It really only affects, I think, primarily the TRD off-roads maybe. I'm not sure. There's probably others that come with 17-inch wheels. I don't know. But the issue is, for somebody like me, I put 18-inch wheels on the truck because I took them from my Sport, which came with 18s, and I had put 18s on there, and they fit on this truck just fine. So when I go to take my truck in, because of this recall I received, are they going to give me any flack about not needing to do the recall because I have 18-inch wheels on it? I don't know. We shall see. Who knows? So it's going to be interesting. Let's see. We got a few more comments here. I'm getting behind, man. Where am I? Maybe, let's see, Stitch. Maybe my truck can be the wallpaper of the Facebook group. Maybe, you never know. Since you're going to have that RobMotive sticker or stickers on there, you definitely are going to be put to the front of the line. Just make sure you take a good picture. I need lots of light, no shadows, no darkness, nothing personal. Don't hold up a sign with your phone number on it. Don't hold up a business name or something unless you want to advertise in the group. Then we can talk about that. But just a bland, normal, good picture with good lighting. And don't take a picture. I mean, you could take one up close. And I'd probably put like a slash screen up there or something if you did that. With the sticker on it or something. And then a further back picture of the truck. Because when you put a picture up on the Facebook group, if the picture's too close, all you see is part of the truck. It's got to be a little further away, so that when I put it on there, it kind of zooms it forward, if that makes sense. I've had a lot of good-looking trucks on the group, and there are a ton, but their pictures are too close, and I can't put them up because they won't. You can't see anything. You can't see the truck anyway. I don't know. Ape Man, I would join. I read that. Stitch. I read that. Stitch. It's a good group. We are all tacos. Thank you very much. I've gotten a lot of compliments on it. I find it's only the trolls and the haters that don't like what I'm doing. Well, go figure. And it's interesting because the die-cast model people are strong. At least the scammers. I must get 2 or 3 a day. Hey, your truck looks awesome. It would look really great as a die-cast. Or, hey, how about a picture, some artwork of your truck? 2 or 3 a day. I mean, it's crazy to me. There must be a lot of good scammer money in that for these people to keep doing it, because they wouldn't do it. They'd move on to some other scam if it didn't bring them money, right? I don't know. It's crazy. But that's a good example of some of the words. You know, your truck would look, and they use usually really colorful words, not awesome, fantastic, fabulous, absolutely wonderful. You know, and you can zero in on those words, and 9 times out of 10, it's a scammer. That's what I'm finding. So anyway, enough of that. Lonnie's Mac Garage. Hi, I'm a 3rd gen, always will be. Just enjoy watching you, man. I appreciate that. And again, I have nothing against 3rd gen Tacomas. People always think because I now have a 4th gen, I suddenly hate the 3rd gen. I don't hate the 3rd gen. 3rd gen's an awesome truck. I just like the 4th gen better now because it has more power, more tech. It's more comfortable. For me, you might disagree, and that's okay. It doesn't bother me because I'm not spending your money. Stitch, I got mine, excuse me, I got mine in the mail yesterday. Yeah, they're still filtering out. People are still getting them. Michael, he hasn't gotten his Stitch. I have an off-road, a TRD off-road, probably why. Yeah, OEM-wise, it would have come with 17-inch wheels. They may have changed them at the dealership. You may have changed them, but nonetheless, the recall notices, you know, these things, they go out based on the OEM specs of the truck. And Toyota doesn't know that I put 18-inch wheels on my truck. I mean, you know. Let's see. Taco Hogue, what's up, Rob? Showing love again from Coachella Valley, Palm Springs, California. Awesome. Deep South Texas here, by the way, in case there's anybody on that didn't know. Michael, 24, Tacoma Sport 4x4. Now, you won't get it because your truck came with 18-inch wheels. So you're not included yet. We'll get to that in just a minute. Stitch, oh yeah, after I put all my mods on, I'll take a decent picture. We'll show some progress pictures. You know, when you join the group, you're already a member of the group, aren't you, I think? Show progress pictures too. You know, we love to see the progression of the work on the truck. It's interesting to see, man. Let's see. Taco Hog, 24 TRD Off-Road Bronze Premium. Loving it. Many mods and plenty of off-roading. Went to SoCal Overland Expo in Costa Mesa this past weekend. Love the channel. Let's see. I am going to do that. Stitch, 3rd gens are amazing too. They are. We've all had them, haven't we? Is there anybody on here? I know we only have 29 people on here. That's what happens when you live stream in the middle of a work day. But is there anybody on here who didn't have a 4th gen, if you've got a 4th gen now, before you, or I mean a 3rd gen, before you got the 4th gen? In other words, did you come from a 3rd gen? Does that make sense? Let's see. Carlos Strine. I hit the like, 5th hit, wait a minute. I hit the like, 5th hit the like. You can hit it odd number of times. You see, it's like a light switch. You hit the like once, it's a valid like. Hit it again, it removes it. Hit it a 3rd time, the light's on, and so is the like. So it's got to be an odd number of times, right? And by the way, there's only 6 thumbs ups on here, but there's 25 people right now, 26 people right now. Must be like torture for some people. I don't know, but hit that thumbs up if you wouldn't mind. Jose Giza, I give it a shot. I got my 3rd generation Tacoma, and that's the reason why I subscribe to this channel. Awesome. You'll find tons of 3rd generation stuff. I mean, I've been doing this for umpteen years now, and everything prior to, I think, early this year, late last year, is going to be 3rd gen stuff. So there's tons of mods and things on the channel and all kinds of stuff for 3rd gen Tacomas. Michael, okay, thank you, Rob. I love watching, and your 25 is looking awesome. I just did rain guards and a soft roll-up bed cover. Awesome. Any leakage on that cover? I washed my truck reluctantly. I washed it a couple days ago, and I didn't have any leaks in the back. I was shocked. It will be, if it continues, the first hard cover I've ever had that doesn't leak. The best cover I've ever had was the Tiger Soft three-piece or three-try, whatever it's called, cover. That didn't leak. Every other one I've ever had has, including every hard tonneau cover except this one. Carlos Strine, like button, LOL. I get it, I get it. Stitch, I come from a Tundra TRD, but I almost bought a 3rd gen Tacoma. Excuse me. Well, that counts. I mean, almost bought one and almost owned one. That's the same thing. Heck, even if you thought about it, that counts too. Which bed cover did you get, Michael? Michael, nothing yet. Michael, I did the real tuxedo. You know, it's interesting. I wonder how many of these covers are actually the same. I put the backflip or back MX4 on my truck. And I keep seeing all kinds of information out there saying that that is the same cover that Toyota uses. It's just rebranded for Toyota. I don't know if that's true or not, but it makes me wonder, you know, how many people out there actually are using, let's see, how many people are actually using the same, I mean, companies rebranding and selling the same covers, right? I can take you guys out there and show it to you if you want to see it, but it's going to be windy, so you might have to put up with some wind noise for a minute. Let me know. Leave a comment. Let me know if you're interested in seeing it. Let's see. Stitch, have they made any bed covers to go with the Trail Hunter, the ARB Sport Rack? There is, well, no. First of all, I don't know how you could possibly do that. I mean, if it's a sport bar like I have had, then there's no way to really, I mean, I suppose you could, I don't know. There's really no, somebody might do it, but I don't know if there's enough money in it for anybody to do it. But there's really no way to put a sport bar or a tonneau cover over that sport bar because of how it sits on the bed rails. Now, there is a sport bar out there that actually sits, it has a gap in it. It kind of goes over and down and then back, and there's a gap where you can slide a tonneau cover into it and still have a sport bar. I had it on one of my Tacomas, 3rd gens in the past. The problem with that is, though, is if you have the trifold, you can't, or even a roll-up, really, you can't completely open it all the way because one section of it, the back section, is going to be restricted because it's in the slots of the sport bar. So, I don't know. It wasn't a great solution. It was a solution, but I wouldn't say it was a great solution, you know. Let's see. Oops. Messed up my post here. LRM Guitars. Your garage is backwards today. LOL. Is it? The camera must be on the mode where it reverses everything. It's something I didn't check before I did this. Usually I'll do these streams vertically. Today I decided to go horizontal, but I didn't check the mirroring feature. So yeah, you're probably seeing, this is my left hand. So leave a comment. Look at my red hand. Everybody always comments on my red palms. I don't know why they're that way. They've been that way forever. Oh, Rob, something's wrong with you. Your palms are red. I don't know. My hair's brown. Does that mean something's wrong? I don't know. This isn't brown anymore. I don't know what happened. Uno, Roberto. How you doing, pal? Uno, I am doing good, buddy. How are you? Jared Brown, is there a brake line behind all 4 wheels? It's different in the front. That's why it's only the rears where they protrude into the wheel well some. So you can imagine, you get stuff gunked up in there like a bunch of mud with rocks in it. Excuse me, I have something in my throat. Now I'm going to hack the whole rest of the live stream probably. And it's spinning around hitting that brake line until it finally either wears through it or breaks it off. You know, I don't know. Let's see. Carlos. Wait a minute. I got to go backwards a little bit here. Uno, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this young man's channel. Yeah, young man. I probably have about 20 years on you, buddy. But I appreciate that. And I really appreciate the reminder. If you haven't, click that subscribe button. Hit that thumbs up, you know, it really helps me out. Ellen Guitar says, waxing that red paint too much. Yeah. It's not red, it's Terra. Carlos, got a backflip max in 2015 trifold. I have to adjust it once in a while. Gets loose after a while. That's odd. I wouldn't know how it would come loose if it's like mine. I mean, mine's bolted to the side rails. Unless you didn't bolt it tight enough, I don't know how that would ever come loose. But Bubba Blade, our Toyota dealer has a black Trail Hunter, $68,000 for a Toyota Tacoma. I don't care what dress they put on it. It's still a Toyota Tacoma. I mean, come on. Black with those gold color wheels. Yeah, they're awesome. I love the Trail Hunter. Great looking truck, but let me tell you, I would never, ever pay $68,000 for a Toyota Tacoma. You know, my limit is 50, and that's high. I think that's absurd, but if you want one, you gotta play or pay if you want to play, right? But that's crazy, man. Rob, we're still waiting on the taco with a bed full of tacos tattoo. When? Let's see. 100,000 subscribers. You know how I like to do this, right? 100,000 subscribers by December 31st of this year, and I will take you up on that. 100,000. We're not even to 50 yet, so that's a big ask. But hey, if you wanna play, you gotta pay. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe, right? Still not sponsored. I don't know why these people don't like me. I don't know what it is. Actually, they probably don't know I even exist, to be honest. But let's take a look. I told you I would. Let's see. Hold on a minute. I got a comment that caught my eye there. Uno says, how's the adorable Krista doing, Rob? Tell her I said hello, eh? I will tell her. She may be on here right now. I don't know. Stitch. Yeah, that's why I bought a TRD 50K Max on that. That's why I bought a TRD 50K Max on that size truck. I'm not sure exactly what you mean. Uno says 100,000 subs. It's doable. It's doable. Likely, I would be shocked and in awe if that happened. Shock and awe, baby. Remember that? Shock and awe. All right, let's go take a look. Again, it might be really windy, so if I have a lot of buffeting, I apologize for that. But this is the back, and I'm not sponsored by these guys, and no, they didn't send it to me for free. I paid for it. But this is the back MX4. I did remove the label that was here. It actually came from, excuse me, I think it was from Real Truck. I don't remember, but it had their logo or something on there, and that's what I mean by rebranding. Peeled right off, very easy. It fits on there really well. It does cause this crappy movement. I got to do something about that because it pushes down on the edge. This probably needs to be about this much longer. If it were this much longer, it would hold this down, and I know it's not their job to fix Toyota's problem, but nonetheless, it is a low profile. You guys can see here. Doesn't stick up very far. This piece, when I got it, was missing a screw. It just came right off, so I had to put a new screw in this. Not good when it comes to quality, but that was, I think, the only issue I had, if I recall, with this bed. And you think it would leak right there, right? I mean, look at that opening. It does not. I sprayed it with a hose, and no water inside the bed. Nice sturdy cover, good weight to it, but not so much that you can't lift it. And it is the trifold. It does turn up and block the rear window if you had it all the way open. So I know a lot of people don't like that. It does do that. So if that bothers you, probably would not like that cover. Anyway, that's what it looks like. Oh, there's the RobMotive little badge on the side. I really like that. I had that done, or Tough Skins actually did it for me as a surprise. I am an affiliate of theirs, but they sent it to me, and I've had it on numerous trucks. I also have a blue one. I'll flip you around. I have blue ones back here that they also sent me. So pretty cool. They have magnets on the back, so they just stick on the truck. So that ought to tell you that on the fenders anyway, you actually have metal, which is a good thing. Let's catch up on some comments here. Let's see. Where was I? Uno, man, those rock sliders look good. I love those. They're exactly what I was looking for. They are not steps. Somebody asked me, well, can you still step on them to get in and out of the truck? And the answer is, well, not really. I mean, you could. If you have long, skinny toes, you could kind of step over the edge of them and get in the truck, but not really very functional for that. Bubble Blade, did you know the backflip holds 300 or 400 pounds on top of it? I know it holds weight. I don't know the amount. 300 or 400 sounds a little, 400 sounds a little much, but I don't know. You could be absolutely right. I really don't know myself. I was thinking it was somewhere more in the 270 pound range, something like that. But like I said, I could be wrong. It was in the verbiage somewhere, but I'm not going to dig that out right now. Who knows? Now, as far as, let's get back to what was the topic? Rob, take care of yourself, brother. Got to get back to work. Give my best to adorable Krista. Adios. Adios, amigo. I'll see you later. Thanks for stopping in, by the way. I appreciate you, bud. As far as a fix for the recall, on the group, again, I do have a Facebook group. It's called 4th Generation Toyota Tacoma Owners Group. Join that if you haven't. It's an awesome group. People seem to really like it. I don't know, it's growing like mad. But anyway, there's been a few people on there that have actually made appointments. This is absurd. They've made appointments and Toyota has taken them, their dealerships. They've taken their trucks in and the dealer says, we don't have a fix for it yet. So they've wasted their time, gone to the dealership. The dealership took the appointment, knowing why they were coming in because they told them they have the recall, right? And the dealership tells them, we don't have a fix for it yet, we'll let you know. What the heck is that? I mean, you talk about wasting your customer's time, right? I mean, they knew they didn't have an answer for it when they made the appointment, or they should have. Maybe the receptionist or whoever took made the appointment didn't know, but they should have, right? I don't know. There is no fix for it yet. My thinking, and I don't have any inside track on this, is that they're going to relocate that brake line. They're going to bring that brake line in via brackets, probably. They might put a longer tube on it, maybe. I can just see this thing. They're going to have to drain your fluid, and this is what probably sucks. They're going to have to drain your fluid, move the brake line, or add fluid back in, which now you can have problems, right? Because you got to burp the lines. You got to do it right. What a fiasco, man. And who designed this? Who's sitting there at the engineering table for Toyota signed off on this? Did they even look at it? Probably not. It came across their desk. They said, this is where the wheel, this is the wheel, this is the brake. And they went, yeah, it's a wheel and brake, no problem. And now they have a big problem. It involves, last I heard, 106,000 Toyota Tacomas. I mentioned earlier, if you had 18-inch wheels, you don't have to worry about it per Toyota. I think that's going to change. I've got 18-inch wheels on this truck right now with an offset. I've got a +1 offset, so the wheel is even moved out further, and it still sticks inside of the wheel area. So I think this is going to be a massive across-the-line recall. I can't imagine that if you have 18-inch wheels, you don't have the same problem as what I'm seeing on mine. And by the way, if you want to see it, there is a video on the channel where I crawled underneath there with the camera to show you guys what the problem is, so you can see it for yourself. I mean, I'm looking at this thinking, how is this not a problem? I mean, you don't have to be a rocket scientist, right? You have a fixed point, something spins around it, right? And on this fixed point, there's a tube sticking up, which has brake fluid in it. This is spinning around it. This that's spinning around it gets a bunch of gunk in here, right? So now it's spinning around it going clunk, 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 clunk. Oh, it's more like this, clunk, 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 smashing into that brake line. And eventually it's gonna wear it off or rip it off, right? It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this out. I didn't have to spend, I don't know, 6 years in college to get my MBA in engineering. Well, I guess it's only 4. You get an MBA in something else. But anyway, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure it out. So there is no fix yet. Hopefully soon. I had heard somewhere in the, I guess, beginning of the second quarter of this year. That would be what? April. So I suspect that we're going to start getting fix-it letters, if you will, like this. Instead of saying interim notice, like it says there, we're actually going to get another letter that's going to say recall, probably recall notice, I guess, where you can go ahead and make an appointment and actually have them do something. But there's another way, another thing that makes me mad about Toyota. You know, they'll bring your truck in, waste your time to look at it. And then they'll tell you, yep, you're affected. We got to order the parts. So we'll schedule you another appointment when the parts come in. We'll call you. What? So meanwhile, you went in, they looked at it, wasted your time because they know what you've got. They sent you the notice, right? They know you have 17-inch wheels, OEM anyway. But yet they waste your time so that they can rack up another bill probably back to Toyota on this recall because they're getting paid for this. The manufacturer is going to float them some money for these recalls. They're not going to be out money on this, the dealerships, I mean. So it can be a cash cow for them. I wouldn't think dealerships hate recalls. I would think they probably love them because they can bring you in for your initial appointment, do the evaluation, billing, and then they can send you home because they got to order the parts because nobody keeps anything in stock. And then they bring you back, billing, and hit you up again, right? Meanwhile, they're back charging all of this to the dealership. You know that's what's got to be happening. I mean, 106,000 trucks, that's a bunch of money going back to the dealerships, isn't it? I don't know. Let's check the comments. Let's see. Anybody say anything on here? When do you think they will have the parts to fix or be able to fix it? Somewhere in the second quarter of this year. I would think early on. It's got to be no more than some more tubing and brackets, but of course they got to make this stuff. Mr. C. Hi, Rob. I was thinking about getting a tune for the 3rd gen. Would that be a good idea? First of all, let me say, I don't have anything against tunes, really, except I don't trust them. They mess with the brains of your truck. They get in your ECU, your computer, and they do things, right? And if they mess that up, you're screwed. I don't like that you can't change it or manipulate it yourself after you have it done, right? So if you get your truck done, let's say you got to drive an hour or 2 to get it done, the tuner tunes it, it's all great. He did a good job, or she. You get it home, but you just don't like it. It's too responsive, or it's still too laggy or lacking or whatever. You just don't like something about it. Now what? You just have to live with it? I mean, a lot of tuners I know will make a tweak and not charge you for it. Some may, I don't know. They'll tweak it, but you still got to get to them. I mean, are they going to drive to you? Probably not. It'd be a really good tuner if they did. But you're going to have to go somewhere and have that tweaked. I don't like that. With something like the Pedal Commander, which is what I always push, I am an affiliate with them, but I wouldn't get behind them if I didn't believe in them. It's plug and play. You do it yourself. You can adjust it yourself. If you want to remove it, you just unplug it. No big deal. And it's not going to mess with the warranty of your truck. You know, if I had a problem and I was really concerned about that, I'd just take it off. Plug the plug back in at the top of the accelerator pedal, and nobody ever knows it's there because it doesn't do anything to the programming of the truck. It just reduces or eliminates throttle lag. That's it. So what do I think about your tune? It's a matter of comfort level for you. I mean, if you like it, it's something you want to do, it's your money, do it. Why not? For me, not so much. I would go with a pedal commander, and that's what will be going on my truck. There is a slight lag in the TRD off-road. I did not have it in the Sport, but in this TRD off-road I do. There's a slight lag when you first take off, or if you're driving down the road and you give it some gas. I want to get rid of that, and I'm gonna with the pedal commander. So there's my plug for them. There is a discount code I do have for them, by the way. I mentioned I am an affiliate, full disclosure. It's RobMotive. You save, I think it's like 20 or 30 bucks. I don't know. If you go to pedalcommander.com and put it in, it will show you what the discount level is. One more time on the comments here. Mr. C, I just installed no drill hood struts. Also, I watched your video on the install. Thanks. Awesome. Appreciate that. Fred Sausage, had a throttle booster on my 3rd gen, a definite improvement in response. Yeah, the people who doubt it, I mean, I don't know what they're thinking. They've never tried it, obviously, because it makes a profound difference, in my opinion, particularly if you're driving a manual Toyota Tacoma. Huge difference. Stitch, does anyone tune 4th gens in Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas? I'm sure there are. I do not advertise the tuners or any other company, actually, so, but I don't know of any offhand. I mean, I'd tell you on the live if I knew, but I don't, so hard to say. Anyway, been on here almost 40 minutes. Man, the time flies when you're having fun, doesn't it? I'm going to go ahead and sign off of here. Again, if you're new or you haven't, or maybe you just hang around, I don't know, click that subscribe button. I really would appreciate it. Mr. C, I respect your opinion. I will get the pedal commander. You're going to love it, especially on the 3rd gen, man. You're going to be amazed. If you're not amazed, first of all, you can send it back. There is a guarantee or whatever on it. You can send it back. But my God, when you get it, you're going to be shocked. You're going to think, why didn't I do this when I first bought this truck? Because it's that big of a difference on that truck. Anyway, don't forget, click the subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up if you would. Keep watching those videos, and I'll see you next time on the web. Bye.